Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Who are these people?
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Don't be rude.
Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Welcome, another episode of Pro Wrestling Talk. I'm Angel Rivera alongside Miss Witchy Perfect, and tonight we are going to be reviewing Survivor Series War Games that took place last night.
All right, can we get off our chest? It is not Dean Ambrose who was the mysterious guy in the mask, or all dressed up or whatever. It was not Dean Ambrose. Okay, Jon Moxley has a contract. He's still under contract with AEW, and I doubt seriously that Tony Khan wants to lose him at this point. It is not Chris Jericho. Yeah. No way, no how is it Chris Jericho. That guy looked too big to be Chris Jericho. Too fit. He looked too fit to be Chris Jericho. And it's definitely sure as hell is not Austin Theory. Austin Theory hasn't been on TV and had, as far as I know, no plans of a push. I have not heard of Austin Theory having a push. So it's not Austin Theory. It's not Dean Ambrose, and it sure as fucking ain't Jericho. Hate to break everyone's little fucking hearts, but I mean, this is how it goes. So I want to get that off the chest right now. It is not any of those people. It is not any of those people. Okay. Ay. Can we stop with the bullshit? Remember, they lied about Seth Rollins the first time. They lied and said, oh, he hurt his knee. Okay, then why did he take LA Knight's finish? Same thing with the shoulder. Now we have a shoulder injury, supposedly a shoulder injury, and yet he took a spear from Braun Breaker. I keep going back to Liv Morgan. Remember, Liv Morgan had a shoulder injury, and they literally would not show her on air, let alone her taking a spear or taking a finisher from, her opponent. She forfeited the match, and they wouldn't even put her on camera. They had to put, behind the scenes stuff from on X. They would not show it. They would not show her. So I called the bullshit first time. I said he's gonna get some, back at someone somehow. Here it is. He's not hurt. No way, no how. Can't be.
Oh. Let's see. Let's start off because only 4 matches, 2 War Games matches, and two singles matches in the middle of the show. So,
I mean, it was what it was. And we actually did something new. We found out this is how Indy and them watch UFC. We actually watched it online, not online. You know, we weren't live or anything, but we actually watched it. Both of us watched it on, we were watching it together. And I think our commentary was better than anything Michael Cole could come up with. Oh.
Yeah. So let's see here. The opening match was the women's war game match.
Hey, Macy.
Hey, AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley defeated Becky Lynch, Lash Legend, Nia Jax, the Kabuki Warriors by submission in 41 minutes and 10 seconds. That's the longest match in the show by a minute over the men's War Games match, which
again, it was a whole bunch of nothing and it was boring anyway. And then, of course, you saw the tweets from Becky Lynch. She's like, I didn't tap out. I'm going to get my lawyer on this. Is that your go-to every fucking time? I mean, it gets tiresome. Come on, Becky Lynch. They had an interview with her and Seth Rollins where they were complaining and bitching about, and I'll just talk about this briefly. They were talking and bitching about, oh, well, they have enough money to get one of those electric trucks from Elon Musk, the Teslas. Oh, and everyone gives them the finger. Oh, boo hoo hoo. There's people fucking starving. There's people homeless and starving. And you want to bitch about people giving you the finger because you can afford a fucking Tesla. Go fuck yourself, Becky Lynch. And that wasn't the only thing. She also talked about somebody in the locker room, if you slept with them or not, would blackball you. Even if you did sleep with them, they would still blackball you. My dibs, I call probably Brock Lesnar because he probably had the most to gain from that. And we know he's in the scandal with Vince, so.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't really know what to even say to that, but all right. Oh. So, yeah, the match itself was, I barely saw any of it. I mean, it was like,
it was really boring.
Really
Yeah, it was really just
Yeah.
boring. Yeah. The girl baby faces won, so we had already had predicted that probably the heel men would win. And it just seemed like everyone was going in slow motion. Did you kind of get that vibe? Like everyone was going in slow motion. And then, of course, AJ Lee wraps herself around like she's trying to hump Becky Lynch's leg. And literally, it's like, don't do that again. What are you, a dog? Stop that. Stop that.
Yeah.
So the women's match was basically AJ Lee won. Who was the whole of the baby faces? I'm sorry. AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. Who's after
Charlotte
that? I'm
Flair,
sorry. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Okay, I got it. and of course, Rhea Ripley again coming out like Phantom of the Opera. I mean, Halloween's over. And she comes out like Phantom of the Opera. And we were talking about this. It's kind of like The Undertaker when he came out with that mask on. Because you said Vader? Did Vader do it? No, Mabel did. Mabel broke his nose. I don't know.
Broke his orbital.
Yeah, I don't know if her orbital is still healing. I don't know. When's the last time she even wrestled? Even on Raw? That we can remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember.
So maybe it is. Maybe it's still. I don't know. I don't know how long that stuff takes to heal. But I can tell you a shoulder injury lets you out for a whole year. So Seth Rollins is not hurt. That can't. If that masked person had come out and went after, like, I don't know, if they went after Jey Uso or Jimmy Uso or even Roman Reigns, if they went after anyone other than Punk, Cody Rhodes, for example, I would say, I don't know. Maybe it could be Jericho. Maybe it could be somebody we don't know about. Maybe Austin Theory. But I mean, come on, the curb stomp on Punk. Remember, Seth Rollins is the one who said as long as Punk was in the WWE, he would always have a feud with Seth Rollins. Bing.
Yeah.
There it goes. Boom goes the dynamite. Yeah, about the women's, we really weren't paying attention. We were more like shooting the shit.
Yeah.
We weren't typing or anything. We were actually like talking because I had from work I had this headset, so we were talking on like a headset and stuff. So 2004, yeah, exactly. It's the way it happened though. So the women's I that was more geared towards 14-year-old boys who want to jack off. Because I mean, the girls always have their tits out and everything and their butts showing, and I'm just like, come on, can we get over this? We're not 14-year-old boys. All right. And I'm sure 14-year-old boys have more important things to watch than wrestling, and especially girls. So yeah, that's what I thought of the women's war games. I really wasn't paying attention, but then because you and I were shooting the shit the whole time, and I'm just like, yeah, I would rather shoot the shit than worry about women's war games.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, ultimately AJ got Becky Lynch to submit, and that was it. The first hour of the show, basically. And
it seemed like not only were they going in slow motion, but it took forever. Like you said, it was the longest match on the card. I'm like, no wonder it took for freaking ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know why it went so slow, but it was. There it is. So, at one point, Io Sky did her spot. They put a garbage can over her head and jumped off, while all the other heel girls were watching her do it the entire time. So, great work, girls.
At least they didn't, blade or anything. But you said that WWE doesn't allow their girls to bleed, unlike AEW, who does.
Yeah.
I think blood at this point would be tremendously stupid anyway. Even if they did allow females to bleed in WWE, I think it would be pointless to blade at all. But I mean, it would be more believable if they bladed, because they kept bringing like the men's side of it. I thought, maybe the men won't do the weapons. Nope, there was weapons in both of them. I'm just like, can we just do the real war games instead of this interpreted bullshit of an interpretation? Nope. They had to have tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my, and of course trash cans. At one point, I said to Angel, because we were both watching his DirecTV. We were both watching, and I looked when Nia Jax was walking to the ring. It looked like she was AI. Maybe that was just the way the angle was, but she looked like she was AI. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that looks like AI, doesn't it? And you're like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
So it's like they put the game of them, like the game version of them, over, and then they walk the rest of the ring, and then it looks real again, right? So, but for that 5 minutes or whatever it takes for them to get to the ring, it's like
or that might have been their 8K camera. They have an 8K camera they use sometimes. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not 4K, but 8K. Like that super high definition to the point where they only use it on pay-per-views and rare occasions, like for title matches and stuff. That's why. That's what I think what it looked like. It wasn't really AI. It was more that.
Yeah.
If they use this overly expensive 8K camera, they don't use it every week, but they use it on pay-per-views and for title matches and stuff. So that's what I'm guessing what it is. So why it looked like that.
Yeah, it looked really, really interesting. It looked definitely fake. Even though it was real, it actually looked faker than it usually looks. But anyway, so after we're done with that boring shit, we got Nikki. Was it Nikki Bella? No, it was
it was
John
a
Cena.
Dominic
No, yeah,
Mysterio John
John
Cena
Cena
match.
and Dominic. Okay,
The
so
Intercontinental.
you and I had predicted that. I mean, Liv Morgan had to be coming back. They were talking about it. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. They were talking about it on X. I had seen pictures of Liv Morgan going around to these places and stuff, and she was, teasing that she was coming back over X. Finally, I said she's going to come back. You watch, she's going to come back because they have to, as you said, they have to get the belt off of John Cena, and this is why they have to get the belt off of John Cena because he only has one more match left to do. So whoever wins that tournament is going to face John Cena. We're already predicting probably Gunther. I think Gunther could get a good match out of John Cena. I really do. As far as anything else goes, I just don't see like
I think
Austin Theory.
the final four in the tournament is Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Gunther. So those are your final four.
Right. So I just can't see Jey Uso because Jey Uso would not have a good match. What about Solo? I just don't, that whatever they're doing with his booking, I just don't foresee it. I think Jay's gonna get him out of it.
No, I think they're in separate brackets. So I have to double check though. So I think Jay is facing LA Knight.
Okay.
Tomorrow night on Raw, and Solo is facing Gunther. And on SmackDown.
we were determining. I just don't foresee LA Knight doing it because again, I'm pretty sure they want John Cena to win his last match as he goes out, and rides out in the sunset like the cowboy he's supposed to be. But so that would mean that LA Knight would lose again, and poor LA Knight. I'm starting to feel bad for the dude. I mean, really bad. It seems like every match he's in, except for like one or two, maybe a month, he's like losing. He's losing all the time.
Yeah.
And he's starting to grow on me. So yeah. But I think that Gunther would get a good match out of John Cena because John, if John doesn't call loud spots, do you think that Gunther would say, "Don't shout, don't shout. This is a match. We're not going to shout out our spots."
I don't know, maybe, but I don't know whether Cena can do that or not. I mean, we'll see.
Right.
So yeah, the match itself was like again. So Dominic comes out, does his entrance, blah blah blah. Takes forever for Cena music to play. I mean, they
really milked it. You were saying it's like what 5 minutes later, and they still haven't even done his music yet.
Yeah, it felt like it was like 2 or 3 minutes later, and then finally they play his music, and finally comes to the ring, and they have this goofy meter, like decibel meter, in the bottom left hand corner, and I'm like, there's no way that's true.
Yeah,
because it's a
it was
baseball
outside,
stadium.
and it would go out, and
it would out and away. It wouldn't come back down. So there's no. I think there's no way really for them to measure the decibel point in the building because it wasn't a building. It's outside. So
it was at the Padres baseball field. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I thought it was goofy.
Yeah, it was goofy. It's like Triple H bringing back the good old days, like when they used to do the Grand Slam kind of stuff where all these territories would get together and have like their best stars go out and wrestle right in front of Shea Stadium. They would use that for example. They would go out and perform in front of these people that would, pay to see wrestling.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I got. It was like the good old days when they were trying to bring all the territory guys together. Back in 85 before you and I were both born, but I like the one that they did with Kurt and Scott Hall when they were both in AWA, and I think they were against the Rough Riders. Maybe they had a 6-man match. I'm not sure, but during one of those matches, they had a tag team where it was Kurt and Scott Hall, and they did it, I think, at Shea Stadium because they would get all the guys together from the surrounding territories.
Yeah.
So that's how it felt to be in the San Diego Padres baseball, and as you said, they had to hide the dugouts with all their shit that they put up, to hide those dugouts. So,
Yeah.
so it looked like a natural wrestling arena, but it wasn't. It was where the Padres actually play baseball. And I'm guessing they weren't playing baseball on Saturday.
Yeah, I guess
I mean,
not.
it's the winter time. They're not going to do that, but well, not in California. It's like never winter in California unless it's like higher elevations of California.
Yeah.
But this match, what did I think of it? I thought it was really
It was goofy.
cheesy. Yeah,
It was
I thought it was
goofy.
really, really cheesy that they did the
Me,
same.
me, you, and Indy was there for this match. We all just made fun of it
Yes.
the whole time.
Yeah,
It was like,
we were
oh, was
just
it
cracking
16
jokes like,
minutes?
oh,
Yeah.
we knew this was going to happen because they have to take the belt off of Cena.
Yeah.
And my thing was, it was so goofy when, of course, Liv Morgan, as I predicted, was coming back, and she came back and she pretended to slap Dominic, and we all thought, oh, she's going to turn, because I was saying how Roxanne Perez was trying to give Dominic his chicken nuggets because that's what he likes to eat, and she was trying to like hone in on Liv Morgan's man and take over. Even Rochelle, as Jim Cornette calls her. Even Rochelle was trying, like, okay, yeah, we'll be partners, but just until Liv comes back. Well, now it kind of seems like they're a tag team and they're good friends, right? So where does Liv Morgan fit into that? So should be interesting what happens. But when she got up on Cena and then like her expression changed, I went, oh, this is so rendition of Cody, what he did to Cody. So they were doing to him what he did to Cody, only through Liv Morgan. And someone on X had said, well, you just made Cena look like a bitch. I was like, they've always made, this whole entire time they made Cena look like a bitch. What are you talking about? It's the whole entire last time. They literally have fucked up his booking the whole time. It makes first of all, it makes no sense. Him changing to heel when no one wanted to boo him because it was his last year. I mean, this is his last time in wrestling. He's going to move on now. So it didn't make any sense. Anything that they did didn't make any sense. So you take it from here.
Yeah, I mean, then, so we had power bomb on the out. They did the match. At one point, Cena power bombs Dominic on the floor. He pretends to be injured for an inordinate period of time. It was insanely long. We're all standing around, kind of twiddling our thumbs. Is he really injured? He's really injured. Next thing you know, you have the two girls, Roxanne and Raquel,
Yeah. Try saying
attacking
that 5
Cena.
times fast.
And Cena, for some reason, is bumping for these girls, like like they're on Brock Lesnar or something.
Right.
And especially, he took Roxanne's finish, like that flippy power driver she does. I was like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Like you just really buried yourself there by taking that.
Well, again, like this whole time they've been making him look like a total bitch. He won't hit a woman, and he'll bump for women and stuff. He'll do this and that. I just think this whole thing, if I were John Cena, I'd be like, no, that's not what I'm going to do. I want to go out how I want to go out, and I want to look strong. I want to look like I'm invincible, kind of like Brock Lesnar. I kind of see why they have Brock looking like a beast and no one can defeat him or no one can make him look like a bitch except for Roman Reigns, for apparently. But what I don't understand is like they, because of The Rock, I mean, The Rock has power. I understand that. So you kind of do what The Rock does or you don't wrestle. I'm guessing that's how it goes because that's the only reason that why they would change Cena to a heel, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. It made no sense whatsoever. No one wanted to boo him. Everyone was still cheering him, even though some people were saying Cena sucks. And then of course, they have Liv Morgan come down and she slaps Dominic, and we're all, I think I was like the only one going, no, it's fake. He's not injured. He's fake, because John Cena, like in slow motion, just kind of gently put him down on his neck. So, I mean, it was like, nah, no. Okay. Sorry. No. When John Cena like lays you down, it's like, oh, come on. That's kayfabe. That's so kayfabe right there. It didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. It looked totally cheesy and fake. And then of course they had once Liv Morgan slapped Dominic, and he's like this, Dominic's like, oh my God, what happened? What just happened? She jumps into John Cena's arms, and then her face, changes, and she kicks Cena in the nuts. Exactly what he did to Cody, he got done to him, except he didn't kick no one, like a guy didn't kick him in the balls. No, a woman did.
Yeah.
It was so fucking cheesy. I was just like, really? They let Liv Morgan do that shit?
Yeah,
it sucks. But
yeah.
Dominic got the belt back. Kudos to him, whatever. But can we pick a different way of doing this? I mean, this was his second to last match, and it absolutely sucked, and it was cheesy, and left a bad taste in my mouth,
Yeah, I'm like, what? It's like,
yeah,
is this
they're
what
literally
Cena's
treating
allowing?
him like he's a jobber again.
Here's the thing, he's allowing it because you could very easily tell him, no, I'm not doing that. I mean,
Right.
I'll drop the Intercontinental back to Dominic, but I'm not letting. Oh yeah, there's one point in the match where the other two Judgment Day guys, Finn Balor and McDonough, come out. And he gives the attitude adjustment to both of them.
Right.
So it's like, okay. I mean, but if I'm going to get beat,
takes the whole Judgment Day to get the belt off
beat
of
him.
Cena.
Yeah. Which I see what they were going for, but Cena shouldn't be selling like that for the girls at all. I mean, if it's like a distraction, and if Dominic hits him in the head with a belt, then that's one thing. But okay, I mean, they distracted him 1, 2, 3. I get it, but not that. What they did there made no sense. Like,
right. Absolutely made no sense. And it's kind of like, really, guys? You could think of something better, have him like Sami Zayn, like an underdog kind of thing. And then he's coming back like as the underdog. He gets, so close, and then, poof, But I get it that Dominic has to cheat, kind of like as Indy was saying, like not Rey Mysterio, like Eddie Guerrero, like Eddie Guerrero. He wanted to do that spot like Eddie Guerrero, and I understand like he's trying to give a tribute to Eddie because him and Ray were best friends, and he's very close with Dominic and stuff. I get that, but I mean, enough is enough, guys. Dominic has to find himself, not try to be Eddie Guerrero, because he can't be Eddie Guerrero. He's not. Eddie Guerrero has passed away. So I think Dominic needs to try to find himself and make a mark for himself by himself, not using his dad, not using his, I think he would call him uncle, even though they weren't blood related. He would call him Uncle Eddie. So, that wouldn't surprise me as close as they were. I'm sure Ray and Eddie were like brothers. So that's all I mean is like, if you're going to do it, don't do it half-assed, let Dominic find himself and get his own rhythm going instead of trying to act like, Eddie Guerrero or whatever. I would rather see that.
Yeah. So Cena dropped the belt. The last match is December 13th in Washington, D.C.
Right. And there's rumors that Trump and Vince are going to be there. I've heard those same rumors. I don't know.
We already know Stephanie's going to be there. She's going to be the one of the announcers with Joe Tessitore. So,
oh wow, okay.
She's already pretty much. Stephanie's already announced she's going to be there. So for Cena's retirement. So yeah, that whole show is going to be built around John Cena, and apparently they're going to have a couple of matches from NXT on there too on the show.
Okay.
So, and not just going to be a doc. It's not going to be all about Cena. Have one match in a 2-hour show, because that would have been brutal. They've only have one match, that main event, a 2-hour show. So it's like, please give me something. But apparently they're going to have some matches, other than Cena. All right. The next match was possibly worse. Stephanie McCord defeating Nikki Bella for the women's championship in 12 minutes.
It was only bad because Nikki Bella can't wrestle, and Stephanie was trying. Like I said, that dragon, what is it? Leg sweep or dragon leg throw or something.
Yeah.
Kurt did that once. So I know he did it in WCW. So I know that is a real wrestling move because Kurt Hennig did it. And Stephanie did it to Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella was doing some kind of high flying bullshit, flying off the ropes like she was some kind of high flyer. And I'm like, ugh, just stop. Just stop, Nikki Bella. You can't wrestle. Just retire, leave. You were supposed to have left anyway. You weren't even in the business for what, 10, 15 years or whatever. So, I mean, just stop. Okay. Just stop. So like I said, the right person won, Stephanie Valcour. I'm very happy that she is the champ. She deserves it. She's a very good wrestler. She at least knows the moves. And I don't like where she bashes the head into it looks like she's trying to hump the mat and hump her opponent at the same time. But I do like that corkscrew moonsault that she does. That's pretty cool. And the fact that she can kind of like Rey Mysterio. Like we know Rey Mysterio can execute like a Hurricane Rana. He can do that because you know he knows the business of lucha wrestling. Stephanie Valcour. Well, I can't even say it. Okay. But Stephanie can do that because the corkscrew moonsault that she does it with such precision because she's probably done it a lot. I don't know what the hell Nikki Bella was trying to do. She just looked like she was flailing in the wind there at one point. I'm like, what are you doing? You know, and hair flying everywhere, you know, like what is it with chicks and long hair in the WWE? I don't get that. And then of course their asses have to be hanging out and their tits have to be hanging out. Again, here we go with the girls, you know, have to look a certain way for the 14-year-old boys who are probably not even paying attention because they're probably playing their Xbox or PS5s. So again, you know, I'm not saying like do it like Saudi does, you know, where they cover the women up completely. That's not what I'm saying. But do we have to have the asses hanging out and the tits hanging out so that they fall out sometimes? I mean, come on, guys. I'm not a lesbian and I'm not going to plan to be a lesbian anytime in my life. I am a straight woman who just wants to watch wrestling. And I can commend Stephanie Valcour for her excellence of execution. No offense to Bret Hart. Don't hurt me, Brett. But she does have that je ne sais quoi. She has that. And they keep giving her these bullshit girls who can't wrestle. They're flailing in the wind for fuck's sake. And she should be in there with real talent. Like, for example, I don't like her, but Becky Lynch. They should put her in there with Rhea Ripley. I think her and Rhea Ripley could just bring down the house because Rhea is a star. She knows what she's doing. She's been in the wrestling business. And she would give Stephanie a good match, I think. Now, should she be champ? I don't know. I guess Rhea should be champ again. I mean, she is that kind of star power. But as far as any of the other women, maybe Charlotte. I think Charlotte could give maybe Stephanie a good match. I could see Charlotte and Stephanie bringing the house down. And I don't even like Charlotte because I hate Ric Flair. Fuck Ric Flair. Okay. No. But I definitely think that Charlotte and Stephanie could bring the house down. Definitely. The rest of them, get out of here. They aren't stars. They don't know how to wrestle. They're flailing in the wind. We saw that during the women's match, you know, the women's war games. A lot of them were flailing around doing nothing. Rhea was kind of like she would come in and out and disappear. So they're taking the stars that actually can wrestle, and Charlotte's no different. They were literally Charlotte looked like she was flailing in the wind too. You know, so I mean, make the stars, keep them stars, and stop bringing in these girls who can't wrestle because you're making your stars look like shit. That's my take.
The match
but it was
itself
good, and like I said, the right person won. Right, and the right person won. Stephanie retained. I can see her going a long way here. I said, I would love to see her and Rhea and her and Charlotte. I think they would definitely bring the house down.
Problem is, they're both Charlotte and Rhea are both stuck in like this mid-card program with
right.
these other
Stop
girls,
doing that to your stars, man. That's what I can't understand why Triple H is doing this. Rhea and Charlotte are stars. They know they've been in the wrestling business. Charlotte is second generation, for fuck's sake. You know, and her father, yes, knew how to wrestle. I just didn't like him. I didn't like him personally or wrestling wise. But she has so much of her father's charisma, and she's a star. She's been a star. I recently saw an interview with her. Like she's not going to rule out. She wants to do her career first, and then she wants to settle down and have a family. She's not going to rule out not having kids. I thought she had some kids. She apparently does not. I think that's something to aspire to. I definitely think she should go for it, and I don't think she should ever rule out not having children. Children are wonderful. I'm a mom. I know. So, you know, kudos to you, Charlotte. But I hope that they stop treating her like a mid card at best. And same with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. So, what's next? I don't know. Neither women's champions are being used. The world champions, I mean, aren't being used that well, and they have nobody for them. Like, who is Jade going to wrestle next? Who is Stephanie going to work with afterward? I mean, there's nobody even remotely prepared
other than Charlotte and Rhea. But I would like to see Stephanie and Rhea, maybe even Stephanie and Charlotte, and then Rhea could go after Jade Cargill. I could see it happening, because, like I said, they weren't doing any with babyface Jade. Nothing was happening, so they turned Jade heel, and now they're not using her. Has she even wrestled off of, you know, on SmackDown at all?
She's made. I don't think so. I mean, not that I can think of. So yeah. So the match itself sucked, and you know, nothing to write home about.
Lyra Valkyria, she doesn't know how to wrestle, and I agree with Jim Cornette. Her facial expressions don't match what she's trying to do, and she's still stuck with Bayley. Do something with Bayley. Bayley knows how to wrestle, right? But every time Bayley's in a freaking match, she loses. Roxanne Perez, I don't think so. I don't think she's ready for Stephanie Valkyria right now.
They teased on Roxanne and Stephanie, so they're probably going to do that and have Stephanie just beat her, just to have Stephanie do something on television. But they're probably going to end up doing that, and then maybe have Liv Morgan involved, accidentally screwing her out of the title, and lead to that eventual breakup between the two. So they'll screw each other out of the title. So Liv and Roxanne will work with Stephanie at the same time. They screw each other out of the belts, and then that leads to some sort of breakup in the Judgment Day. So something like that. I could see that.
I think people are getting tired of the Judgment Day. It's kind of like, the same old, same old. And if anything, I'd like to see Dominic go, because the fans don't want to boo Dominic anymore. They let him talk. They booed him so much they would not let Dominic talk. Well, now, they let him talk. They're actually cheering for him. So I think the fans are trying to turn Dominic babyface, and I could see it happening. Maybe he stays with Liv Morgan, or, if he wants to stay heel, I guess he could stay with Roxanne Perez. She's trying to wiggle her way into the Judgment Day, like Liv Morgan did.
Yeah, which is why I think they're going to repeat that story kind of in that version where Roxanne and they try to go for the title. Liv Morgan accidentally screws her. And then Liv Morgan goes to the title at some point, and Roxanne accidentally screws her. That creates tension, that creates heat in the group. Then eventually they'll force Dominic to choose sides because they both want to be with Dominic. So, and then it's kind of repeat of what with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, but that's all they can do at this point. It's not like they already started that story before Liv Morgan got hurt. So they were
Roxanne Perez came out with chicken nuggets, and that's, of course, that's Dominic's go-to when he wants to eat, right? That's like his favorite dish or whatever. It's chicken nuggets. Yeah. So she's like, I got something for you. And Liv was getting pissed. And then Liv, of course, got injured.
So they had to.
We hate to see that happen, but I mean, they had to do something.
The story came crashing down, and then she ended up joining the Judgment Day anyways because needed another girl. So needed to start to do something. So and Julia to get the spotlight. Julia, I mean, she's just there right now. I'm not saying that she can't be a main eventer, but she's just there right now. What is she doing? I don't even know. She's with that other girl, that other, I forget her name right now, but the agent
Right.
girl that's on SmackDown. I forget her name right now. I'm sorry, but yeah. So and she just lost the women's U.S. title to Chelsea Green. So it's like, what are they doing with her? Who knows at this point? I mean, it's stay tuned, I guess. But all right, so the main event was the men's war game match. It was Division, the Bronze, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman defeating CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, and Roman Reigns by pinfall. So this match took 40 minutes. It's a minute less than the women's war game match was somehow. So, but this match didn't feel as long. I don't know, with more action it seemed like. So, or maybe there were bigger stars that that I was more focused on it. I don't know, but
Right.
so the
Um
match opened. It opened with Punk and Bronson Reed, which tells me they. I think I talked to you. I told you this last night. They put them both in the ring for 5 minutes just to test it and to see whether the audience likes it or not. Because
right.
this is probably a WrestleMania main event next year.
Yep.
Punk and Bronson Reed on Braun Breaker for the title.
Right.
So that's so they're kind of building that up too. So
And that was a great matchup.
yeah, that
Braun
was a
Breaker
good
did
5 minutes.
he was such a beast, but Punk wasn't having it. I really
Hmm.
liked their matchup because I think Punk and Bronson or blah, now you got me saying it. Braun Breaker. I could definitely see them working
Hmm.
together. I think they would bounce ideas off of each other and they'd be a great match. In the long run, I definitely could see Braun winning the belt, and of course, I'm hoping they wouldn't put Punk back down the card because I do like CM Punk.
I don't think so.
Um,
I think he'll still
he
be
really works
around,
his
but
ass off. But he's not getting any younger. So, and I hate to say that because I do like Punk, and I think that he should definitely be around for a while, a long, long time. I hope he has a 20, 30-year career longer. Like 20, 30 years. Um, to answer your question, Mackenzie, I don't know. You're right. They've turned Rhea Ripley into this like pseudo lesbian kind of thing with Io Sky. Like, oh, you're
yeah,
so good. Oh, you're so good. Just stop, guys. Stop. Lesbians don't watch wrestling, and they sure as hell don't watch this shit. So stop it. Um,
yeah. I mean, it's stupid. All right, so the first 5 minutes was focused on that. I think who was it? Bronson Reed came out next, and they beat up or was it Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre.
it was Drew McIntyre. Right, right, right.
Yeah,
And of
because I
course, we
remember. Oh
had
shit, the Punk
Re-
and Drew
renewing
McIntyre
of the
feud.
Punk, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So we
yeah.
had the
So
renewing of the Punk and McIntyre match. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Of course, these
yeah,
two are great in the ring, and they have that charisma. They both have this charisma that you can definitely tell. Um, you know, they were meant to have a feud, and they definitely are both wrestlers. They're great wrestlers.
yeah,
Can't say enough good things about Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre is correct. His character is correct. How he's been used lately is just shit. It's been shit. He's been getting a
yeah,
raw deal. He's been mid card at best. Going after all these chump wrestlers who can't wrestle. Um, should he go after Cody? Yeah, I think he should go after Cody. But is he going to win? No, they're not going to take the belt off of Cody now. I mean, I'm
yeah.
surprised they even allowed him to be in that predicament, right?
Hmm.
So I just I don't like it. I don't think it's I don't like it.
McIntyre and Braun Breaker beat up CM Punk for a while. He got a little bit of color, got some blood. Then Cody came out eventually, and it was 2-on-2. It was even. Eventually, Bronson Reed came out and kind of tsunami to all the baby faces, destroyed them. Then who was it? Was so Bronson was the next. Was it Jey Uso? Oh, Jimmy Uso was the next one, I believe.
It was Jimmy Uso. Um
Uh,
mm, I can't. I'm sorry, but it did come out
Jimmy,
today that it came out today that literally Naomi and Jimmy are having a boy. They're having a son. Yay!
wow, great.
Congratulations. So yeah, I it was like super kick after super kick, and then you're just eventually like, all right, stop super kicking people. This is getting
Yeah,
annoying. It's getting so annoying right now. So just stop. Just please
yeah,
stop.
yeah. Then eventually, wait, let me see, who was it? It, the other heel, Logan Paul was next. That's right.
Yep.
And then Jay and I know, I think, who was it? I think it was Logan Paul who grabbed weapons first because Drew McIntyre told him to grab, was it tables? Thing was, he brought in a table or something. Oh, here you go. So it was nearly like halfway through the entrances before they finally brought in weapons. So it was like, oh, no weapons. This is a good start so far. Oh, there goes the weapons. Like 15 minutes in or whatever was it. There was somebody had to do it. So brought in weapons. Then after that was Jey Uso, I believe, came out finally to his yeeting, and he beat up people for a while, or attempted to beat up people for a while, even though it looked fake.
Well, it looked
And
fake, but go ahead and do your rant now of what you felt like when he climbs the cage or he does this. You know, like he beat up all the heels kind of disappear for a while, and he goes like this in the ring and then climbs the cage. Now you go
yeah,
off
they all
on this.
sell.
You do your
They all
tangent.
they all sell. So all the heels are down, and for some reason, Jey Uso decides to do his old run it back deal, where the music starts to play in the but he usually does this in his entrance, before the match actually starts, which is whatever, it's fine. In the middle of a fucking match, in the middle of a cage match, by the way, where all the heels are just down and disappeared for a while, they're kind of selling, not really, and they're all staring at Jey Uso doing this, and his music plays, and he does the whole eating deal again. He does it again, and he just climbs the cage and starts to do this, and it's like, why? I mean, we're in the middle of a match. We're not in the middle of. And the commentator's excuse, well, he didn't get to do it because the match already started or whatever. But it's like he doesn't get to do it. It's too bad. It's you don't have to do that.
Right.
Not in every match. Or he didn't get to do it. Or if you wanted him to do it, have him come out first and work it out like that. But that would make more sense. But no, in the middle of the match, they start yeeting again. Eventually, I think CM Punk gets sick of it and starts attacking. I think it was McIntyre while this was going on. He's like, "The fuck is this shit?" Even he didn't like it because you saw him eventually start attacking. I think it was McIntyre, or
Right.
was it Bronson Reed? He's attacking somebody while this was going on. So he's
It's like
just
just
like,
stop, just stop.
yeah, he
Yeah,
already
and
had.
you were
He was a,
saying you're like, oh, this is such shit. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. This is such shit. I can't agree with you. I mean, either you do it at the beginning or you don't do it at all. It doesn't have any place
it
because
was
it looks like you
clownish.
just, yeah, it looks like you're just oh, I just beat up the heels. Now I'm going to go and eat myself to death. Like, what the fuck?
And the
I didn't
heels don't get up
understand.
and they don't get up and maybe try to roll up because I think it was Cody and Punk and Jay and Jimmy roll one of them up and try to count 1, 2. No, actually, no, you couldn't do that. Match haven't started yet. I forgot, but do something. I don't know, attack them or something while they're just doing nothing. Everybody's just standing around doing nothing,
Right, and
and
you almost
eventually
felt bad for them. Like, you actually felt bad for the heels at this point because you're like, no, they're
they're
just like
twisting in the wind. Like
they're
what the
just
fuck?
flailing in the wind here. It's like one
They're
of them, things that you see outside. What the hell they call them? Those oh god. Those
the
guys
wind
that go like
chimes.
this. No, and then they go like this and they
Oh, the
blowing by the wind. But you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Um
Twisting. They just leave them twisting in the wind.
yeah, exactly. And they look like little
Hmm.
bitches. They're supposed to
Yeah.
be heels and they look like bitches. What were they over there
Just
doing?
attack him from
Jacking off
behind.
or what?
Let Jey Uso yeet himself to death up there and attack the other heels from behind. I mean, Eventually, he'll notice. Oh shit! Let me get back down there. But no,
Yeah,
they're all
we still got
twisting
a
in the
match going
wind.
on, right? Like it wasn't
They're all
obvious that we still have a match going on here.
They're all friggin' twisting in the wind. Like, what are you doing? And then Punk had a night. I think he was the only one that started attacking one of the other heels, while Cody and Jimmy kind of staring at him, like doing. I don't know
Right,
what they were
like,
doing, but
what are you gonna do? I'm gonna beat you up. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm paid to do. That's why I'm
yeah,
here. I'm paid to be a heel, and that's what I am. Yeah, this is just such
it was
shit, guys.
goofy.
I can't tell you. It
It
was
was
so goofy.
goofy. Like,
As you said, it was
well,
goofy.
I know, and we only got 10 before 8, but I just one more.
Oh, are
Like
we
during
actually
the
doing
middle of the
clips today?
series. Yeah, I expect Alex to be on like in 10 minutes. So,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, I mean, we are Jay. It was like this is supposed to be serious cage matches with serious enemies. You know, like these all these guys hate each other, and there's even tension in the babyface team. Oh yeah, well I forgot to mention at one point Cody elbowed Punk, in the beginning of the match accidentally. We kind of skipped
Accidentally,
over that.
right?
So yeah, so that created tension between the two as well. So this it was the beginning of it was good, and then it just fell apart once Logan Paul brought in the weapons and Jey Uso had to yeet in the middle of the match for no reason. So that's when it kind of fell apart. But yeah, I mean that's that. Jey Uso is brutal. All he is just an entrance and catchphrase, and his run it back deal, which he does after every match. So before every match, actually, this was in the middle, which is why it was really bad. But all right, so after that, in the middle of that, here comes Brock Lesnar, and the fans go nuts for him. Like
I'm sorry, I don't like Brock Lesnar. I never liked Brock Lesnar. I
hmm
think what they did to exploit Kurt, saying that Kurt he trained Brock Lesnar. No, he didn't train. He trained with him. Like he worked out with him a couple of times, but he did not train Brock Lesnar. Um,
yeah,
and of course, Brock took what Kurt said out of context. When he said, "Well, don't become a lifer," because Brock was bitching about, being back in Wisconsin with his girlfriend who was pregnant.
yeah, he wanted to be back there. Yeah,
He didn't want to live a life on the road away from, and so he was bitching about it. And Kurt said, "Well, then don't become a lifer. Get your money and get out." Um,
yeah. So Brock, with Paul Heyman, it's like it's 2006, 2003 again, but it's 20 years later.
damn.
And because this is where they actually no 2001 when Vince put Paul E with him, so it was like
Hmm.
25 years ago at this point almost. So Brock comes down, he destroys all the baby faces. I mean, he just suplexes and he spams finishers like it's a video game. Stands there, does more of his jumping around gimmick, um, and then eventually Roman Reigns music plays, which was
Like
the
it wasn't
final
even
entrance.
real. Like Brock couldn't even act like it was real. He kind of just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm be out of here in 5 minutes. Oh, go fuck yourself, dude. Then
Yeah,
don't come in
the
and don't
match
wrestle.
ended. The match ended like 10 minutes after Brock got in the ring, the match was over. So
Yeah.
it wasn't even that much after. He really didn't do anything. He just beat up all the baby faces, F5'd all of them, suplexed all of them a few times,
And we were getting so tired of that. The other thing I
and
was
then
getting real tired of is every few seconds, spear, spear. I was like,
they were
okay, guys,
spamming
stop.
spears. It wasn't just Braun Breaker. Jey Uso also started his shitty spears, which he should
Yep.
never do again, but he still does them.
He
So
still does them.
eventually Roman Reigns came out, and he's the final entrant of this match. Brock met him on the outside,
Yeah. And we
which
thought, wait a
was
second. You're
it
not
was
allowed to get out of the cage or you forfeit, right? And you and I were talking about this and we're like, oh, wait a minute.
the match
Whoever
didn't
didn't come,
start.
yeah, it didn't start yet, but
Yeah,
because Roman
that's
Reigns
why
would
he did
have to get
go.
into the
Yeah,
cage for
and
that to
then
happen. Right.
which is why they were to get. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, the match didn't start yet. Technically, Roman had to get in the cage first. That's why Brock's able to
Right.
meet him out there without being forfeited for his team or anything. So eventually,
Right.
Brock and Roman fight outside, and Brock puts Roman through a announce table with an F5. Brock grabs Roman, puts him in the ring, closes the cage, and the match finally officially starts. And what do they go? Like 10 minutes after that cage was closed before the finish, which was what we discussed at the beginning of the show. But it probably went about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more before that finish happened. So,
well, I think they might be teasing, in my estimate opinion, I think they're teasing Roman and Brock. It just seemed like that vibe was coming, like maybe not WrestleMania, but I mean, like maybe it should happen like that. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say here?
yeah.
Like maybe they're just kind of teasing it a bit.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't. But it seems like they're more teasing, and also teasing Roman and Cody for the title at WrestleMania, because you after the finish, they did the baby faces hung around in the ring in the cage for a while and kind of like stared each other down. It seemed like because the finish was um Punk is down and Braun Breaker is down, and all of a sudden this person, whoever it is, in a mask and all black clothes and a black hoodie, so you couldn't really see who it was. Or you can even assume who it was based off their body type. Because if you see a body type, it's like, oh, well, it's Seth Rollins, or oh, it's Austin Theory, or oh, it's whoever the hell, So they dress them up in a way that you can't tell who it is based on their body type. So it's definitely not Jericho, because Jericho not climbing the cage like that in 2025. So even if Jericho is coming back to WWE, it's not doing that. So
yeah, that's why I'm like, no, it's not Chris Jericho. And then we had some ignorant fan be like, well, it's Austin Theory, obviously. Duh. I'm like, oh, fuck you. First of all, where is Austin Theory? He hasn't been on TV forever, and I don't think they're going to give him this kind of a push.
The basis for that is one report I saw on the internet. I forget, it wasn't Meltzer, it was somebody else who reported it, that Austin Theory was supposed to get a big push and join Division. So it's based off one report, but this is before Seth Rollins got hurt. Or he got hurt. I don't know if he actually is hurt or not with these days.
Right. And I never heard of that. I never saw that one report or any report about Austin Theory. The only thing I heard about Austin Theory is that he's not on TV. No one knows where the fuck he is. And forget a push. I mean, they didn't even know where he was for fucking ever. So I honestly, again, you don't think that they can't, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You don't think they can do that? They can lie and bitch about all they want. But I'm telling you, it has to be Seth Rollins. Again, if they had gone after anybody else other than Punk, I would have said probably it could be Austin Theory. Maybe. But again, the dirt sheets are going to lie to you. The dirt sheets knew within hours who it was. And everyone else was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, the reports. Yeah, there's so many people who claim to have sources, but are terribly wrong. And they're still charging people money for their sources and their reporting. And it's like, dude, I could do a better job predicting this. I'm not charging you a dime for it. So it's like,
yeah.
Do I think it's Austin Theory? It's maybe. It depends, but maybe the only thing
I say it's Seth Rollins. Like I said, if they can lie one time, they can lie again. And there's people who are stupid enough to believe it. I called it to begin with. I said that I don't foresee it being anyone other. I didn't even think he was hurt. Again, if you go back to the Liv Morgan injury, she was taken completely off camera, and she forfeited the match. She didn't take anybody's finishers. She didn't do nothing. She was legit hurt. Okay. Now he comes out, he takes it's a knee problem. Oh, he hurt his knee. Okay, well, he takes LA Knight's finisher, and then it turns out his knee wasn't hurt. So when he got his shoulder hurt, supposedly he got his shoulder hurt, he still was in the match, and he took a Braun Breaker spear. Kevin, by the way, if your kids are watching, that's fine, but we're going to speak how we want to speak. Anyway, I don't foresee it being anyone other than Seth Rollins. Again, he only went after Punk. And again, I said, I'm sorry, I don't believe he's hurt, because if he was really, if he was really hurt, he wouldn't have taken the spear from Braun Breaker. He wouldn't have finished the match. And he did both of those again, just like he did with LA Knight. Sorry, I don't.
The only counter to that is I don't think Seth Rollins would help Braun Breaker win anything, because she was betrayed by him. But unless it's some kind of ruse by Paul Heyman, and they agreed to this somehow. So.
Right, maybe it's some job. It could be some jobber that they just hired to dress up and make it look like it's Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is waiting in the ring. But then I've been seeing him around acting like a total bitch and stuff. Like I said, when they did that interview, him and Becky Lynch did that interview where they were talking about, people flip them off because, it's
the Tesla they're driving.
Yeah, they drive a Tesla, that truck Tesla. And meanwhile, there's people starving and homeless. So I'm sorry, but that doesn't work.
So we're finally doing this time, right?
That's what they say, Mackenzie. But again, remember that the WWE said he was hurt the first time, a knee injury, and he wasn't. Just because they say he had shoulder surgery doesn't mean anything. Again, he took the finisher from in the match that he was supposedly hurt in, and he took the spear. Again, if your shoulder is legitly injured, you don't take finishers. You don't do any of that stuff. You try to get out as and just like with Liv Morgan, her shoulder was injured, and it didn't even look that bad when she hit the mat there, and it didn't look bad. But again, she was out with shoulder surgery until last night. So you're telling me that he can heal up in a couple of months and come out and give the stomp to somebody, and then climb the cage? If your shoulder is legitimately injured, no, can't.
If it's not Seth Rollins, only people who can pull off that his athleticism is either Austin Theory or, as Kevin says, Montez Ford. That's only two that can pull off that athleticism.
Many people are saying that it's Austin Theory. So
that's from one report. Yeah, I know. I talked to
the guy. It's based off one or two reports. Yeah,
it's not. No, like I said, if they had gone after anyone else but Punk, CM Punk, I would have said
Seth Rollins
could be
is a great
Austin
athlete.
Theory.
So we're finally doing this today, right?
Yeah, we are. It's just that the videos, clips or whatever.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was joking. I was just referring to.
You can't convince me that it's anyone other than Seth Rollins. I'm sorry, you can't. Again, they're doing this. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. They're doing it again.
Let's see. We'll find out what happens.
Terrified away.
I do.
Tomorrow night on Raw.
It's sexy.
Yeah. So just fall for me for a second. I'll be back in like a couple minutes before we do the clips.
Okay. So, that's my theory. If this is Kevin that is married to my cousin or knows my cousin, I'm sorry. That's just how we talk. Because I was talking to my cousin Gina this past week, and she was saying how her son loves Jey Uso. So I went, yeet. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. I'm not going to say anything because I like Jey Uso as an entrance and, as a gimmick. I don't like his wrestling. I'm sorry. He is second generation, so he should know better. Him and Jimmy, of course. But I can't. I don't like Jey Uso. I do like Punk, Cody Rhodes, of course. I miss Dusty. We miss you, Dusty. I love Dusty. I love Cody. I love Drew McIntyre. I do like the heels. Again, I'm a Mr. Perfect fan, so of course I know Mr. Perfect inside and out. And the heel that he was, the excellent heel or the perfect heel that he was. So maybe that's true, Mackenzie. But to be honest, I can't. I'm sorry. I just have a feeling it is Seth Rollins because again, they're doing this again where, he takes a finisher or he took the spear. If you are legitly hurt, there's no way nowadays that they would let you take a spear or they would let you take a finisher like he did with LA Knight. They would do it like they did with Liv Morgan, where they would just take him off completely and be like, okay, he forfeits. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I didn't believe it. I was saying on this program at least a month ago, I don't believe he's hurt. I can't believe it. He's gonna screw Punk somehow, and this is how he did it.
Yeah, so
go back in the archives if you don't believe me. Go back and see some of the episodes. Yeah. Me saying, no way, he's gonna come out and screw Punk. I know he is.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go to the other platforms now. They're all over the place there. So we're gonna go watch clips now. I'm going to what I'm gonna do is this real quick. It's been 2 or 3 weeks since we last watched clips or whatever, so it's been a while. But
thanks
hold on
to
a
Steph.
second.
No, just kidding.
Hey. WWE Vault WrestleFest 1994. Oh, they just released it on. Okay. Oh, that's why I can't find it. I'm like, what the heck? I'm looking for it and I can't find it. If you guys do get a chance to get over on Rumble, especially Kevin, if you are my cousin's boyfriend, please check us out on Rumble. We're gonna watch old clips now of 2003 because I kind of stopped watching like after Kurt kind of passed because I kind of felt bad because he was my favorite wrestler. So they like to show me clips of like 2003, 2004, and 2005. Because I really didn't see it. I stopped watching at that point.
2006 as well.
At 2006, yeah, I was already in college by then, or at my tech school, I guess. Let me think.
Also 2002 because or at least late 2002.
Right. And there were some clips in there of Mr. Perfect. I didn't know. I just found this on. Wow, I just found this on YouTube. It was The Godfather versus Mr. Perfect. I'm like, wait, The Godfather with all the hoes?
I didn't know that they wrestled.
Hey, I downloaded it. Right. I didn't watch it yet, but I downloaded it.
I didn't know they wrestled yet. So
yeah, I didn't know they wrestled at all. Well, I know they wrestled in '93 when he was oh shoot, what was his other gimmick? The voodoo guy. Papa Shango. Papa Shango. When he wrestled as Papa Shango, it was against Mr. Perfect. Interesting that I found that, and I downloaded it, so we have it.
Get to the clips now.
Yeah, we do. Hold on.
We're getting there.
I just need to do this.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm sorry. I had a major headache last week.
If you're interested in hanging out with us on Rumble, the link is in the chat. So click on that link. We'll be there doing clips until probably 9, maybe a little bit after. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the War Games review. I mean, I enjoyed actually watching it with Witchy like live instead of having to talk over it or not type over it.
It was so much fun. Like literally, well, and we didn't have to like type or anything. We could just kind of, do our own kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, WrestleFest. Okay, this is what they're talking about. Oh, okay, I see what you're getting at here.
So next week we'll be on. By the way, before we go on we'll be on Sunday again next week because Witchy has another game.
Yes, I'm taking my son to see Santa Claus. We have to get him a nice shirt for tomorrow. So yeah, I definitely will not be on Saturday as I have to leave work like right at 3:00 so we can be home and be ready by 6. Because it is a little bit of ways. So we have to drive like 30, 40 minutes, I think, to get it to it. So
yeah, and then also, wait, let me check before we go. Let me check my calendar because I know the 13th. Yeah, we're gonna be on Saturday or Sunday again after that because the 13th is right after that, which is John Cena's final match.
Right, and we'll definitely be talking about that.
Now on the 14th will be on Sunday.
Right, I have Peacock, but do you still want me to? Do you still want to watch it? Like
Yeah,
you watching it? Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
it'll save me.
Yeah. So the next 2 Sundays, next 2 weekends will be on Sunday, but our normal time is Saturday 8:00. So unfortunately, the next time will be on Saturday. Let me say, it's December 20th. which is right before Christmas. Unless you got something to do then too. I don't know.
Well, the
20th is that next Saturday.
I'm still in November. I'm sorry. Let's go to December. Yes.
December 20th.
I don't have anything to do on the 20th except for work.
Okay, well, we could do the show then on Saturday. It's really 2 days before Christmas, so that's why I'm asking. All right, so
and
yeah.
how about the 27th? The 27th is still good for you?
That's not December.
That's a Saturday. Yeah, that's the next Saturday after that too.
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm good. I have to work a little later, but it's okay. My coworker is going out of town, so I was like, well, I can work. You know, it's cool.
All right, so yeah, that's the plan. We'll be back on Saturday, December 20th.
All right, let's see these clips, guys. Where do we stop?
And after that, so just the link to Rumble's in the description, is in the chat if you're on YouTube. Join us now over there. We're wrapping up here. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. My other show, Angel in the Afternoon, is Fridays at 7. So it's a political show.
And I'll be
if you're
on
interested.
Ranting and Raving again.
Check us out there.
Like I did on Friday.
So I'll see you guys. If you're not on with us on Rumble, I'm going to see you guys next week for Angel in the Afternoon for Wrestling Talk. If you are, so hang out with us in the chat. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Peace out. Nah, I actually have to, hold on. I actually have to click get out of here because I'm still live. So hold on. But yeah, go join us now before. Where is it? Ah, here it is. I have to end the stream on YouTube or else it'll continue.
It will ding us.
Yeah. So I have to
Everything's
physically go on
copyrighted,
YouTube.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I have to physically go on YouTube to end the streams before I can do anything. So hold on. Oops. So yeah. That was interesting.
Hang on one second, guys.
All right, we're out.